Hello ladies and gentlemen, you're very welcome to 118 Medebawn, which is just off the Avenue Road and very close to Dundalk Town Centre. What I'm going to show you today is a really smart 2-bedroom mid-terraced property with off-street parking, front garden and a lovely good-sized garden at the back. Before we look inside, a little word about where we are here. So Medebawn is a really well-regarded neighbourhood. It's a very modern space and it comprises all of the houses of 2, 3 and 4 beds. It's located off the Avenue Road, so it's not only within walking distance of the town centre, it's also on a bus route into town, but there's also plenty schools, amenities, services and retail, for example, within close walking distance. So you have the lovely sense of a nice, sort of out of town neighbourhood that's got the convenience of being close to town. What else can I tell you? So Medebawn, the property behind me, it measures about 92 square metres, and I think that you're going to be really impressed with the accommodation because what we have is 2 double rooms and great, really well laid out accommodation on the ground floor. So before we go inside, I will say, as I always do, thank you for joining me on the virtual viewing. If you wish to ask any questions, you know how to get in touch with us. And if you want to arrange a viewing in person, then of course you can do so through any of our usual links, and we look forward to seeing you here whenever it suits. In the meantime, let's take a little look inside. So in we go through the front door into the entrance hallway. Really smart straight away. Lovely semi-solid beech wooden floor which runs along the hallway and into the living room. The living room, really nicely proportioned space. Again with that lovely beech floor and a lovely deep box bay window. So the advantage of the box bay window is that it gives you extra interest in the room, but it also gives you extra light coming into the room because it's getting light from different sources, from different aspects. And you can see there, nothing also, I should point out, nothing is built directly in front of this property. So there's a lovely sense of extra light, but also not being overlooked. So there you see the living room there. Plenty space, you want a space that's going to be able to accommodate a decent sized suite of furniture, and you certainly have that there. That's just looking out from the front. The fireplace, I'll tell you about it. Looks like it's never been lit, which is very telling as to the sort of temperature comfort in this property. It's a very sweet fireplace. It's a tiled inset, ornate tiled inset in a cast iron fireplace with a black granite hearth and then what looks to be a sandstone, solid stone fireplace itself. Really sweet, really stylish, really quite simple. Nothing too ostentatious about that. You can see there over on that other side as well. Cabinet, plenty space. Like to see when the space can take a nice bit of storage and cabinetry there. So we'll carry on down now to the back of the house. On the way, passing a guest toilet. Lovely big size, actually. I love to see a guest toilet with a good size because it means that you can add interest into it. You could put, for example, your little shelving unit there and your nice little bits of interest. So really you can make that a space that you'd be absolutely delighted for your guests to go into. That's the stairs, split staircase going upstairs. But before we do that, we go into the kitchen. Really impressive big space here. I love this room. I tell you why, because there's so many different ways that you could work with it. So for example, let's focus on the kitchen itself first. So lovely shaker style sort of beech effect kitchen cupboards. Here you have your fridge freezer, built-in fridge freezer, built-in oven, extractor up above that. Moving around, then you have your gas boiler there at the end. Lovely deep pot drawers here and more storage overhead. All very simply tiled with a nice tile splashback. But then look when you come around to here, acres of space here. So when you take this room in the round, as you can see now, you'll see in addition to the specific cooking area, there are 2 other areas of interest. You have this area here, which to me would be perfect if you needed to work from home and you wanted to have a good amount of desk space. That's for there. And then your dining table and chairs there. And then the third option that you could do if you wanted to Because it's such a big space, you could actually put a big island there in the middle. So we're going to move around over here now to have a little look at the back garden. You'll forgive me, I hope. I'm not going to go around and spend too much time outside because it's actually lashing rain. So you can see here, though, a lovely long back garden. Because of the layout, it's a tremendous amount of distance to the house beyond, which really gives you a lot of privacy and lovely light here, actually. Now, obviously, it needs to sort of be tidied up a little bit, but that can be said of most gardens. It's a lovely combination as well of gravel and patio, which means very little maintenance, no grass to be cut here, which is kind of spectacular. Rear access at the end to take your bin out and what have you, okay? Before I leave the kitchen area, 2 more things to show you. The first is the gas boiler there. It was serviced in 2022. You know, I love to show off a good gas boiler service history, and that's an A-rated boiler. We're just waiting on the BER to come in at the moment. And then here is the utility. So it's fair to say that we're ticking all of the boxes with this house. Again, the same kitchen cupboards running into the utility room and that tiled floor continuing through, okay? And that little unit there is the control for the heating upstairs, downstairs and water. Now, we'll go on upstairs. Yeah, it's a great house. There's just really nothing barring perhaps optional cosmetic stuff to be done here. We're going to start at the room at the front of the house. Lovely, lovely double room with 2 windows, nice light coming in, and a fitted slide robe here at the end of the room. And again, as I said before, when you look out, there's nobody looking in upon you because you're at the junction, which is lovely, or at the back of that line. And then in here, wow, ensuite. I mean, that is a big box ticked for many of you, I'm sure. And then in here, we have the all-important shower. Again, this room is fully tiled, which is fantastic. Electricity powered shower, not to be confused with an electrical appliance that's going to electrocute you. And then we go on, I'm passing the hot press here. The main bathroom actually is a tremendous space. So it's fully tiled, as you can see. It's really, really big. And you have over there the bath with the screen and the shower there as well. So actually an exceptionally spacious bathroom. On into the second bedroom. Now there you have it. Fabulous full wall width of slide robes and double room there. And then what I was mentioning earlier on, I want to show you what I mean in a little bit more detail. So this is the only built, can you see that? That's the only built house that's even remotely overlooking from the far end. And they've got a lovely big garden and they're sort of built on the diagonal. So there's a lovely amount of space there. If you can see it there between us and the people behind. And you can see there, those trees over there have been topped. So they are allowing lots of light in. All things considered, number 118 Medebawn is a really fantastic property. It is ticking all the boxes for you, much more so than you would expect from a 2-bedroom house. So you're talking about, it measures about 92 square meters. It's got natural gas central heating. I'm expecting a good BER. It's got the utility room and the downstairs toilet, and as well as the main bathroom upstairs, it also has an ensuite. The 3 bathroom areas are fully tiled, lovely beach floor downstairs. Really, this property has all bells whistling. It is going to be impressive. It's going to be attractive to a lot of you. And then just also to repeat the final thing, that Medebawn, it's a fantastic neighbourhood. You're within walking distance of the town centre. There's a bus route along as well if you're not big on the walking. But you are so convenient to all amenities and services and many schools in the immediate proximity. So thanks for joining me as ever on the virtual viewing. If you would like to take a closer look, we'd love to show it to you. If you haven't already subscribed, subscribe, please. Help us. It really helps us and helps our clients' properties. And that's what we're here for. Thanks for joining me, and I hope to see you here at 118 Medebawn very soon. Have a good day.